Hey guys, hope everything's going well. Alrighty, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Okay, so I'm going to do a video on football quarterbacks and sports cards and, investing in it. And, football quarterbacks are the alpha male. And in my opinion, this is the best place to make money and obviously to lose money as well. And here's a few things I look at, and I want your input on this. Number one, I look at quarterbacks that have high Wonderlic scores. So the Wonderlic score is basically an IQ test, and this IQ test, if you have an IQ of about 24, that's good for a quarterback because you need to have good second and third reads on the defense. And the last 20 years, the Wonderlic score of the winning quarterback is usually in the high 20s. And, offenses have changed. They're more complicated. There's difficult schemes. And you need to, you can't be dumb. And, there have been low Wonderlic score quarterbacks in the past, but the schemes weren't as complex as they are today. And Tom Brady has a high Wonderlic score in the high 20s. Drew Brees, high Wonderlic score. Aaron Rodgers in the high 20s. The newbies, Justin Herbert in the 30s. Joe Burrow in the 30s. And, Peyton Manning had in the high 20s. So I'm looking at all these champions, and they were pretty smart. They could analyze defenses pretty well. And I see a lot of people, throwing money into quarterbacks that have low Wonderlic scores, such as the guy from Baltimore, Lamar Jackson. He has a score of 13. And yes, he's won an MVP, but he relied on his running to trick the defenses. So, it's helped his game out. But as he gets older, he's going to get more injured. And for him to be a better quarterback in the future, he needs to have good second and third reads. He didn't do well in the playoffs, and in my opinion, in the playoffs, they're going to play him really well, and he's going to need to adapt to it. And that's why I don't really invest in Lamar Jackson, because of his low Wonderlic score. Granted, he's a great athlete. I don't have the athletic abilities, but, I just analyze. And, sometimes you got to look at things that, other people may react to in a negative light. And the other thing that I look at in regards to football quarterbacks is their height. So if you look at, for instance, the average height of successful quarterbacks, they tend to be at least 6'2", and you need to be able to see above your linemen. I remember Rex Grossman was 6'1" with the Bears, and he always had trouble seeing over the linemen, and the defenses figured him out, and he wasn't able to be a good quarterback for the Bears back in 2007, 2008. And in addition, if you want to look at these quarterbacks like Brady, he's 6'4". You want to look at Rodgers, 6'2". Drew Brees is an exception at 6'0". But if I'm looking at these young quarterbacks, I want to look at their height. And I looked at, I believe, Burrow, he's 6'4". Jordan Love, which I'm really high on, he's 6'4". I think Herbert, 6'6". And height is really important just to invest in these quarterbacks. The third thing that I look at is, okay, are they Hall of Fame credential guys? This is the strategy I used in 2019 and pre-COVID days. And right now, it's tough to use this strategy, just solely invest in Hall of Fame guys because the prices have gone up. And I'm going to be implementing this strategy and looking at first ballot Hall of Famers in the next few years when the market crashes. So I want to look at Aaron Rodgers. I want to look at Peyton Manning. I want to look at a few other individuals as well. Tom Brady, maybe Joe Montana, and the list goes on and on and on and on. And, just looking at these few factors, this is how, in my opinion, you can make money in quarterbacks. And obviously, you want to be investing in the off season. And if you do all these type of things and looking at what I'm paying attention to, I think this is where a lot of us could make a lot of money. Right now, though, it's a mere speculation game. Everything is overpriced, and looking at some of these prospects, I think one individual that's undervalued is Jordan Love. But Jordan Love, maybe on the bench for another year or two. So, you may not get your bang for the buck anytime soon. And I understand that. So I'm iffy on putting more money into him, but I may buy another card of his, an auto card. I'm looking for some deals right now. But anyways, what do you guys look for investing in football quarterbacks? As I've stated, this is a place where a lot of us can make money in. And, I look really highly into the Wonderlic score. And the other thing is, before I leave, the other factor is, you got to look at individuals who are analysts in football that make good calls on quarterbacks. Chris Sims of Pro Football Talk, I believe that's what it is. He does it with Mike Florio on NBC Sports. He's had a good track record of picking out prospects. He picked out Mahomes as the top pick in 2017, 2018 Lamar Jackson. There's Josh Allen. He also was high on last year. I believe he is high on Jordan Love. He is the number 3 quarterback. Number 1 was Burrow. 2 was Herbert. He didn't even have Tua on the top, and his analysis is correct. So, also paying attention to Chris Sims' analysis is very important for quarterbacks because he played quarterback. Although it wasn't that long, his dad's a Hall of Fame quarterback. He won 2 Super Bowls. I believe his dad's a Hall of Famer. But, his dad won 2 Super Bowls. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think. I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.